That's why they tell you not to get married to military people. Their job comes first.
Like, really? You're not on the battlefield at the moment. And it's even ridiculous that he's only washing his own plate.
Never advise someone to get divorced if you don't know
Yeah.
their situation.
Yeah.
So,
yes, they're good.
times in our lives, we all have pain. No. What's up?
That's not the correct lyrics of the song, but I'll forgive you.
We all have sorrows, but if we are wise... Don't make me sing the whole song.
Because you don't know the lyrics correctly.
You know what I'm saying? We've sang that song before.
Anyway.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
It's strange. We're recording in the daytime. Come on.
I finally got Evie down to sleep and I'm so happy. So I was like, let's take advantage of this time, because if we don't record now, we'll probably not have time to record later at night. And I think the best thing that we can do for ourselves is like recording more than one episode when we have the chance to, at the time to, rather than recording. Because the moment we record one episode, we'll have to find another day, another time that will be convenient for everyone will be sleeping to record another video.
I guess it just all depends on, where we're at in life, what's happening. If we're able to record more than one, we can try.
But the thing is, I feel like, I mean, it's probably a me thing, but I feel like part of doing anything you set your mind to do is doing it well. And if you want to do something well, you have to make some sacrifices, and you have to make some sacrifices to be consistent. And if we want to be consistent, then we have to make this kind of sacrifices where we find those little pockets of time in our day to record.
Yeah, I'm not disproving you. What I'm just saying is that we can make all this plans, but at the end of the day, it's life.
Yeah.
You can get away. Maybe all we can get away with is one episode whilst recording. What will happen if everyone wakes up now? It's a wrap. So that's what I'm saying.
It's a wrap.
So, but I mean, as much as we can record, we'll do it. Oh, we need to get good couches where I can just lounge.
We're gonna get a couch very soon, guys. Yeah. Oh my god, we're gonna get a couch.
And then we'll move again. We'll change the setup.
Yeah.
But this setup is quite easy to pull up. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what you guys thought about the last video. Doka said she likes it.
Yeah, I like it.
I struggled.
I just feel like, yeah, that's better. I just feel like I was almost out of frame.
You literally did not change anything because that's a gimbal, just so you know. So
no, I did change something because now there's more space on the side. Before this hand was not showing. Anyway,
But if you look at it now, I'm edging out of the shot, and then there's more space on your side.
Because there was not enough space on my side before. Is that better?
No, but it's fine. I mean, today we're sitting close to each other, so it's okay.
Right.
Okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It is the Momoh'S Corner season 2. Always excited to say that because it makes us feel like we have a plan. But thank you so much for always coming back and watching our videos. It's good to know that there are people listening there. We're not just talking to ourselves. Although I would still love to talk to you if I'm just talking to you.
Yeah, always. It's always a good time.
Yeah, our last video that we recorded, I really, really enjoyed that conversation. Personally, I mean, I don't know how it was for other people. And I got like a couple of feedbacks from friends that had watched it and said, oh yeah, they were having similar feelings about social media, the conversation that we had the last time. So that was a really, really wholesome conversation for me. And it got me thinking about a lot of things. Although I'm not going to go into it in this video because that will just lead me down another trail. So, but yeah, it got me thinking about a lot of things about social media, about my heart posture towards it, about consistency, about hard work, about my whys, and about just enjoying the journey and the process. Because I think the finality of that conversation was that I was so focused on the end product that I was not enjoying the process anymore. So I guess now I have decided to appreciate the process instead of just looking at the destination. Yeah. Anyway, that's
and
really good.
I guess for me, I've been thinking of my own and processing what it means for us to have content out there. Part of my own journey towards just changing my mindset is that I want everything to be perfect, clean. I want a certain look. If it's not that look, then I don't even want it at all. But that's just not human. To be human is to grow and to accept that you'll be bad and then you become good. I mean, I can't remember the amount of people I've told that same rhetoric. I mean, with the job I do, I have to always tell people, oh, guys, don't worry. You just have to keep doing it. It's all in the reps. And I just feel so, what do I call it?
Hypocritical.
Well, hypocritical is one thing, yeah, but just like, you know, heal thyself, physician kind of thing. Because for me, if it's not perfect, if it's not the way I imagine it to be, if it's not the style I want it to be, if it's not the look, I even down to the look of it, I'm not interested
Yeah.
because it's not what I imagine it to be.
Yeah.
But learning to let go of the idea of
Perfection.
perfectionism for the greater good.
Mm.
I would take good, consistent good over time than one time perfect.
That's really good. Yeah.
But again, it's a journey. So
Yeah. Yesterday I was watching a video of Dario Vega. I want to say his name is, but if it's not his name, I apologize. I'm sorry for that, man. But yeah, you know who I'm talking about? That guy that makes funny content, but he makes it seem like he's not trying to be funny.
oh, I know who you're
So
talking about.
he'll be
Yeah,
like having a conversation, and they'll be like talking about like money or something, and he'll be like he'll pay the person like 50
yeah. I know who
pounds.
you're talking about. I know who you're talking
So he has started a new YouTube,
Mm.
where he talks about the name of the YouTube channel is The Content Game. So it's like a podcast where he talks about his journey. He talks about like how he got to be where he is currently. So he graduated from university. I don't know why I'm telling you about his story, but okay, this is where we're at. He graduated from university in 2015, and he started content since then. But it's just not until 2022 did he actually double down on
Yeah.
it and become serious. And then that's when 25 everybody's like, oh my God, Dario. But he has been doing it for legit 10 years. And it was like, you have to stick to something for at least 10 years to say, okay, I tried and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And I think that just like really pricked my heart. And I was like, yeah, Dorcas, you've not even done this for like a second and you're already feeling exhausted. So I think my new resolution is to stick to it and keep trying for at least 3 years to see how it goes and then decide if it's working or not. Because I think with consistency, I think we've done the Momo's Corner for like altogether for like 5 months, because we started like 3 months in the beginning and then we stopped because I got pregnant, and then we no actually that's me exaggerating, because we started in November or December, and then we stopped in July, and then we started again last month. So yeah, maybe roughly like I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I will just be more consistent with that. That's where I am at the moment. Anyway, how are you?
Oh, I'm chilling. Just got off work. Had a somewhat chill day today. So yeah, I maybe I have a hunch that our son does not like me.
So that's true.
I
That is true. I'm not saying it's true that our son does not like him, but it's true that his hunch is there. Anyway.
because for the past couple of days, once I hold him, like our normal stuff, we'll have fun and whatnot. But recently, it's just been so hard to please.
Yeah.
And then when he starts to cry, I will try everything I can do, like down to even trying to feed in him, singing the songs. He will be calm for a bit, then he would just yell at the top of his lungs. But once the caster shows up and holds him, he's just
It's leave me rolling.
he's just quiet. And we thought it was not true. We thought it was not true that okay, obviously that cannot be the case, but this has just been happening since yesterday. So
I mean, to be fair, he was in me for 9 months.
So
you know, funny enough, hey, when I just had him, he used to always cry when I carry him. Like I felt like I did something wrong. Because usually they'll say, oh, the babies are always like clinging to their mothers. But no, whenever I carried every those days, he would cry. And then if Ozzy just appears and just carries, bah, the boy would just stop crying. And I just feel so bad, but I never used to like say it out. But now that it's Ozzy's son, it's not sweeting me. I'm a child of God.
I mean, obviously, it's not
it's quite
you
ironic.
after your dance, after the dance you just made. But sure. So
what can I say? It's my son. What can I say?
Anyway, so I don't know how I feel about that. I'm
sure he loves you. It's just the thing is the comfort that the milk production gives him. the milk products, the
Okay,
whatever.
sure. Anyway, so
Because I'm the
that's
one that feeds him. So he sees me
but
and he's like,
but
yay,
I feed him
comfort
too.
food. Yeah, you feed him too. But I don't know. I there's something. We just have a connection that you guys have not. You need to get to a point. There's a level that you have to get to for your son to love you that much. But I'm joking. I'm sure it's I was do you know funny enough, I saw a video like that on Instagram where dad was complaining that his son doesn't like him. And it will change. Like eventually when he becomes a toddler, he'll prefer you because you'll be able to run around with him and play. And me, I'm just like, please stop running. Sit down. I cannot. So
Anyway.
it's just seasons.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. So Dorcas.
Yeah.
Do you know how everyone hates it when I call it that?
Me, I've gotten used to it.
I find it so endearing. I don't know.
It's not endearing because people at home sometimes call me Dorcas, and then my mom is calling me Dorcas, like
No, but I call you other things outside of Dorcas.
a
I call you babe. I call you sweetheart, you know.
where is the lie? It is right here.
Actually, but I call you babe. Hey babe, what's up, babe?
But it's rare.
No, it's not.
You call me Dorcas more than babe.
Because I like to cuss. I remember when we were dating and you would be so livid because I didn't give you a pet name. Wait, it's a wrap, guys.
You think your life is hard?
What are you laughing at?
Have a child. It's gonna get exponentially.
I mean, there are people with
easier.
harder lives, anyways, even without a child.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Hmm?
That's what I'm saying. You think your life is hard now? Add a child on top of that hard life.
No, but I'm saying that there are people who don't have a child, that their lives are harder than our own life.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
Yes, their lives are harder than our own lives right now.
But
They should not add a child on top that their hardship first.
fair.
They will know that the hardship that they're hardshiping now. Is there any hardship?
So wait, let me move this down. So basically, what you're saying is, at any stage in life,
At any stage, your life can be worse. That's all I'm saying.
No, but I mean, I like our son. Even though
I
he doesn't
love
like me.
him.
Even though he doesn't like me, I like him.
I absolutely love our son.
He's okay, heavy.
But
I know in the future when you watch this, know that I was hot.
I absolutely love our son because it still doesn't take away from the fact that when you have a child, your time is limited. It's not your time anymore. You have to divide it. Like now, I have to go and lie down and be caressed and be held.
Doctor is like, oh, go and help him. I'm like, he doesn't like me. It's just going to take us longer to be there, and I'm doing nothing. So there's no point.
God. Anyway, but we are grateful. So, I saw this question right on Reddit.
Cool. Wow, somebody's on Reddit. Let's go.
Yeah, and it got me thinking. I was like, I want us to discuss. So I want us to discuss it in two aspects. We are Christians, so we will always talk from a place of faith. Like because of our religion, our faith, basically. So I want you to talk about it from a place of faith, and also, I mean, to be fair, you can't really.
I want you to complete that.
I don't know what the second one will be, but if you were not so Christian.
I don't know.
I want to read the story to you. You understand?
I don't know what it means to be not so Christian. There's either Christian or not Christian. I don't know what.
That's what I mean. If you were not a Christian, I don't know why I said so, but yeah, that's what I mean.
If I was not a Christian,
yeah.
Okay, let's say.
Baby, use your voice. Please, boy, no way, come and beg it. No way,
let's do ASMR.
God, please, no.
Hi guys,
I don't like ASMR. Anyway, so yeah, okay. I saw this story, and I'm gonna read it out, and then you tell me what you think. And number one, you tell me what you think. Number two, you tell me how you would resolve this, not react.
Okay.
So AITA, you know what AITA is? I'm not gonna say it because we are Christians and this is a godly podcast. You know what AITA is?
It means am I the bumhole? But with
But you shouldn't say bomb even on our channel.
Bomb. You can say bomb.
Anyway, so the title is AITA. Am I the for yelling at my husband, 44 male, for not helping me, 36 female, with our final apartment move? So, story now. My husband, 44 male, and I, 36 female, have been married for a while with two kids, 7 and 9. For the past 3 years, we lived apart because of his military service. I stayed in another city with the kids, working full time, managing everything household, school. I said household.
Oh,
You never baby girl. Mhm. Managing everything household, school, parenting, finances on my own. He focused only on his job. Recently, he got transferred closer and we decided to move in together again. We've been living together for 3 to 4 weeks now, but nothing changed. He does nothing around the house. I still work full time, take care of the kids on summer break, cook, clean, do laundry, plan everything. He comes home from work, says he's tired, and just rests. He even washes only his own plate. That's the level of contribution. Then we had to finish moving out of the apartment I lived in with our kids. I had already spent 2 full weekends packing, decluttering, cleaning. The only thing left was to load things into the car, do final cleaning, and be done. He helped carry the fridge, then just stood around and eventually left to spend time at his parents' place, who lived nearby, and I knew I was doing all the work alone. I knew I was doing all the work alone. He hung out with them while I cleaned floors, carried boxes, organized, and sweated alone all day. I called him angrily and told him to come back. He did, and we ended up fighting. He said, "Why should I clean up your mess?" His view was that since I lived there, the mess was mine. Never mind that these were our kids' things, our family's things. He saw it as my sole responsibility. This has been a pattern for years. Even before he was stationed away, he never helped at home. I worked, raised the kids, cooked, cleaned. He came home, sat on his phone, and relaxed. I carried it all, financially and emotionally. I finally blew up. I told him off harshly. Now he says I overreacted and embarrassed him in front of his family. Am I the for yelling at him for not helping me with the move and leaving me to do it all alone?
mm.
That is the story. So, what do you think about this?
There's so many layers to it in my mind. So yes, he does have a lot of fault because once you get married, your family is important and you should take care of your family. However, if I'm thinking about him as an individual, most people, that's why they tell you not to get married to military people. Um, not saying you
So,
shouldn't.
military people should not marry.
No, I'm not saying, again, that's what I was about to say. Not saying that you shouldn't get married to a military person, but it's just different. It's not a regular marriage. Military people are first married to their marriage before they are married to you. And that's something you have to resolve.
Marriage is their job before they're married
So
to
yeah,
you.
they're married to their job before they're married to you.
Mm.
Their job comes first. They have willingly taken that sacrifice. And everyone who is married to a military person comes to that resolve. So for him, even if he's stationed close to you, he's still on rotation. He's still at work. And a lot of things go into that. Now, again, I'm not saying he shouldn't be a good husband, and I'm not siding him. I'm just trying to paint a clearer picture. Um, yeah, most people. It, again, even depends on what he's doing in the military. But now I know. Again,
That's the reason why I want this military, because I know that you are so obsessed with like military, Air Force.
yeah, it's all military, my love. It's not very. It's all military. So military is the umbrella term. Then there's Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, all those things.
Okay.
They're all under the military branch.
Okay. So your own resolution first is that because he's in the military, he's married to his work first.
No, that's not why. I'm just saying that again. I don't know his situation, and I don't know why he's like that.
Okay.
I'm not in the
She
military.
said even like when they were living together the first time, he was always like
but
that.
he was always in the military.
I don't know about that.
So most
that
guys,
information was not given.
again. So again, think about the context he's coming from, where he's working with a group of guys where everyone has to do their own heavy lifting.
Okay.
So he's not. It's so hard for some people to change in and out. Again, I'm not saying he's a responsible person. I'm not saying what he did is correct. I'm just giving more context
Okay.
to the situation. Because the way she just glossed over it, he's not doing a regular job. his job has way more impact than a regular job.
Okay.
There's way more at stake with his job than every regular job. And so, yeah, it's not his. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, fine. He's in the military, so because of that, we need to give
So
him credit.
his yes he not just credit, but his context of living is very different
Okay.
from a civilian life. It's
Okay.
just two different worlds that are trying to merge into one world. So again, this is not to say he can't do better as a husband and a father of his kids. This is not to say he can't do better. In fact, he should do better. And as a Christian, he's not being a good husband. He's not taking care of his family well. He should move his family well, get them situated.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, like really, I mean, I would never understand the context of being married to someone in the military or being someone in the military. So I will always be biased. But if you have made a covenant to be married to somebody, and again, this is me talking as a Christian, if you've made a covenant and you have said it in front of God and your family and friends that I am going to be joined with this person for life, I believe strongly that you should have the person's best interest at heart. And so, yes, your job is important, but your first priority should be your family, your wife, and your kids. If your wife is struggling and saying, "Oh, I need help," she doesn't even need to struggle. I feel like it's a partnership. It's a partnership for a reason. Like it should not be 50-50. It should be everybody carry your load as you can. Like everybody support as much as you can. And she has, I feel like she has done and outdone herself. Like you lived away, she took care of two kids while working, doing all the chores. Am I a single mother? Excuse you.
Again, that's why.
And then
okay.
eventually you moved back. And I would think, oh, now that you guys have moved back, she would have expectations of you that, oh, things will
You're
change,
not
things
back.
will get better.
You're not bad.
They are living together. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
you guys now live together.
That's what I'm saying. He has moved into the house. Doesn't mean he's bad.
They did not move into the house. She moved out of her house and into his or wherever. But
They're
now that
stationed
we're now
closer.
staying together, I would expect that you will at least fulfill some duties in the house. Like it's even ridiculous that she's still saying, it's not like she's even saying, oh, now you need to start doing all the chores in the house. She's saying, well, I am moving, come and help me. You're literally not doing anything. You're not on the battlefield at the moment. You're not killing somebody or saving somebody's life at the moment. You literally only helped me carry the fridge. And it's even ridiculous that he's only washing his own plates. Is something wrong somewhere? And then you only helped with the refrigerator and then you went to chill in your parents' house while I should do all the cleaning, everything, pack the kids' things, pack my things because it is my mess. I'm still trying to think of which world this is okay. Like military or not military, that's a lame excuse. I'm sorry, but you're not doing anything right now. You are literally not doing anything right now.
So
you're not on the battlefield.
But again, you make it seem like bro has just gone. It's not like I'm defending him.
Bro has just gone what?
Bro has just gone for his desk job and has come back home. You're not on the battlefield. Look, I want to clarify to say that.
You understand that she did not even say that he's in the military, so he went for war, and she just said he's in the military. We don't even know what part of the military he is. Maybe he's even Dex military somebody he's doing. But, maybe he's in the office of military somebody.
But the way she, I mean, we can only speculate. But the way she describes,
she's saying they're living together now, that means he's not about to go for anywhere anytime soon.
Again, you don't know where in the military and what he's stationed to do. You don't know
either though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. However,
I still strongly believe that there is no excuse.
But from the way she described it, he was stationed outside of their city.
Yeah.
So he lived somewhere. God knows what he was doing. And say he was doing something that he cannot talk about.
Okay.
I mean, we're all speculating here. But I'm not saying it's a pass. Literally, I'm genuinely not giving him a pass to say what he did was correct and good. Good job, my friend. Keep doing it. However, we don't know what's going on with this dude, man. Like, bro is
what could be going on? Like, I want to know, like, what is your, because you keep saying we don't know what's going on. What could be going on that will make him abandon his wife and his like supporting her in any way.
Look. He's probably fighting some demons that he cannot explain.
Fighting your demons is preventing you from acting and helping your wife to carry fridge and not even fridge to carry boxes and put in the car.
Again, I'm not saying what he did was correct. All right.
Me, there's no even excuse. That's what I'm saying. Like there's no even place in my mind that I'm thinking that, oh, okay, maybe because he was going through a lot, so he could never to carry a box. And the fact that he's saying that it is her mess, not his mess, like that's lame. That's your reason. Like if she said that, he said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about it. I was so distracted by like what's going on in my head. But literally, his reason is that because he's not the one that created the mess. But they are your kids, and I am your wife. It doesn't have to be your mess. I cook and I leave plates in the sink, or I eat and I leave plates in the sink. It's not your mess. But if you see the dishes there, are you gonna leave it and say, no, I'm not gonna do it because it's not my mess? No. If I come to the kitchen, if I go to the room and I see the laundry basket is full and it's mostly your clothes in there, I'm not gonna say it's not my mess, it's Ozzy's mess, and I will not take the laundry and put it in the laundry because I have a lot on my mind. I'm taking care of our child, and I feel like, oh, postpartum is draining me. No, I will still do the laundry. Like, yes, there will always be underlying excuses. I mean, it might not even be an excuse, it might be legit. There might be legit reasons, but I still feel like it's not enough to say you will not, like, it's the barest minimum to me. I feel like this what she's asking for is literally the barest minimum. And my first question to her is, she said that it's been happening, like that's how things are. So what changed now? Why now? Why are you complaining now? All this time you allowed it, you allowed him act this way, and he probably has gotten used to acting this way, and now you want him to change. It's something that one of our friends always say. She say, I will not start what I cannot finish. And I'm like that. Like, I wouldn't give you a pass if I know that eventually I'm not going to be able to. I mean, we make those mistakes a lot in our lives, but I'm not, in general, if it's a big decision, like in our marriage or something, I wouldn't start something I cannot finish. For example, when we were dating, um, I know there are a lot of times where people talk about how their girlfriends will come over to their house and like cook for them and do their laundry. And I know myself, I know the daughter of whom I am. I will not sustain the life of coming to cook for you in your house or do your laundry or something. I'm not gonna do it. So when Ozzy and I were dating, I can count the amount of times I came over to your house. And, did I come to your house and cook? Mm-mm.
Not for me.
No, like even to do your laundry, like you, I wanted you to see that this is how I am. Like even,
But I didn't
even
have
when
any
you,
of those expectations from you though.
that's what I'm saying. Like, why start something you cannot? That's my question. That's my question to her. Like, why? If you know that eventually, because there's some people, I watched the video on TikTok of this woman that was saying that her husband doesn't do any house show and she doesn't care. Like, people were really bashing her, like, why, oh my God. She's like, I don't want him to. I don't even want him in my, I want to do my thing myself. Like, that kind of thing. You don't have any expectations of him. Eventually, your mind is not going to change. I mean, human beings are always changing, but at the moment, she's okay with it. But this person has never been okay with it. She's never been okay with him not helping her, but she's just never said anything about it. And it has gone on for so long that now she's complaining. So I'm like, why?
I mean,
Why now?
I think it's okay for you. I wouldn't ask that particular question, and I think it's she's well within her rights to complain about something, even if it's 20 years or 10 years.
Again, I'm not saying that people do not change. I'm saying that in the beginning, it was bothering her also. Like the way the story is read, she has narrated the story, it was also bothering her in the beginning, but she just didn't say anything. Like, it's not even like, it didn't even sound like she was expecting him to change. She just did not say anything. She just took on all these responsibilities and just called it a day. And so, again, my question is, what changed? Why didn't you just continue taking on the
I
responsibilities?
mean, like you say, maybe the change is that he's now stationed closer to home, and then she, like you said, she expects more from him than what would have happened, because prior to now, he has always been away.
No, but I assume she did not say she said they lived apart for like 3 years. I will probably have to go through the story again. So probably before then they were living together and he wasn't doing all those things.
But
when they were living together, he wasn't doing
it's possible. Again, it depends. I have a hunch that from the way she's describing it, he's away a lot, even on his job. So there's some people in the military, for example, that they are away 300 days of a year. and they're only back 50 days in the year.
And I feel like all these things that you are saying again is
No,
speculation.
no, that's
I know
what I'm
that
saying.
it actually happens to people in the military, but I'm saying let's just look at what she has told us. Let's not make inferences that we do not
But
know.
again,
From what
we
she has
can't.
said,
I can't make a good judgment about the situation in good faith without looking for more, trying to infer
but there's
more
nowhere
context.
we can get more context.
That's the thing, because she has removed several parts of the stories that she has not given us. Okay, what rank is he in the military? What does he do in the military? Like, if he's a
So your rank will like
no, a lot of
I
things.
still don't think your rank matters
Honestly,
on how you do house chores.
no. I genuinely think, again, like I said, you said I should look at it from a non-Christian. I should look at it from a non-Christian point of view. Like I said, generally, I don't think what he did is correct, anyways.
Yeah.
But from a non-Christian point of view, it depends on what you're doing in the military. Depends.
Okay, what he's doing in the military affects what exactly?
Where his mental state, what he's doing. There are some people in the military that when they go into the military, there are even TV shows called Army Wives or these things where the women, once they marry this group of men, they just know that they are almost single mothers. They see their husbands maybe like,
no, baby, I understand when he's not around.
but when he comes back, right? When he's back home from rotation of what he's doing, when he comes back home, literally, you've probably had, let's say you've had the worst 9 months of your life. You've probably lost like 6 or 7 of your friends. You've just had a terrible rotation. You're back home. Literally, many people don't know how to turn that off.
And baby, if you're looking at this again, her expectation is not that he will now start doing house chores and is that single event. The fact that they are moving and she needs help moving the things.
Look, I'm not saying right, what he did is correct. But say in that current moment, right, he's battling severe bouts of depression.
And then he went to his parents' house and left his wife.
Just look, we
I don't know, maybe I'm not as kind as you are or as forgiving as you are, because I don't understand the context of being in the military.
So what I'm saying is, right, let's say we agree that, for example, we agree that PTSD and depression is a clinical issue, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so would you, if somebody is dying of, like, they have a severe case of, tell me a physical ailment, call me like something, maybe they have cancer in their stomach, and it's a severe case. Now, if that kind of person decides, oh, he lives one fridge, and then he's like, okay, this is all I can do today, and then he goes home, would this be the case?
Uzi, yes, you are being kind in the fact that you are thinking of the many other reasons. I'm thinking about the reason he has given, according to the story, is that because it's not his mess.
Again, what I'm saying is,
if he said, I'm sorry, like, right, my brain was just not in the right place. Like, I needed space. I needed to go to my parents' house and cool off, because I feel overwhelmed at the moment, I will understand that. His reason is that he's not the one who created the mess. It's her mess. So she should deal with her mess and the kids they made together. The mess of the kids.
I'm not saying he's responsible or anything. I'm trying to think about it holistically. Maybe he said that, yes, but
I think you're too forgiving. I think you're too kind sometimes.
But
honestly,
if you think about it as someone who spends most of his time being in a group of guys, that's why I'm just saying that the culture of the military.
But his reason is what does not make sense. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. The culture of being in the military and being a civilian, there's two different things. Let's say 90% of your life or 80% of your life is about you do this, you do this, you do this. Everybody carries their own weight. Everybody has to do this. Everybody has to do this. Everybody has to do this. Everybody is doing what they are supposed to do when they're supposed to do it. Your life is that structured. Everybody pulls their own weight. That's all you know. That's what you've been doing for the past how many years of being in the military. Some people don't just know how to switch off from that and live amongst civilian people.
Even not military and civilian, even just you and I, like in our relationship, I feel like you growing up have been taught to carry your weight. So everybody should carry their weight. And it's poured out into our relationship where sometimes I have expectations of you because I feel like you should know this. For example, when we just had Evie and mommy had gone back to Nigeria, and I would wake up in the morning because obviously he's too tiny, so you feel like you feel not competent enough to bath him. And so I'm the one that bath him. And so I would prepare the bath, I would bath him, I would dress him up, I would feed him, and I would go like arrange the place for the bath, and then I'll put him back to bed. And I did it the first 2 days because you were at work. And I felt like, okay, like Ose is not here. I carried on. And it was a lot of work for me. I'm not gonna lie. It took me like an hour and a half. And I was like tired. But then the third day you were in the house and I did everything. And I was
Well,
like, no.
I was working from home.
Yeah, you're working from home, obviously. And I was like, nope. Again, to you, it never even clicked in your memory because that's how you grow. For me, I expected that maybe you saw me doing that, you'd be like, okay, let me do this. Let me
I
do
didn't even
this.
see you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't even have to be about military. Yes, I know there are some people that until you call their attention to it, they wouldn't notice. They wouldn't just be proactive. And I'm not saying it in a insulting way or whatever. They won't be proactive enough to think that, oh, this person needs this. Even sometimes when I'm carrying Evie and I need to carry something, and I'll tell you, would you help me to carry this? And you'll be like, oh, maybe you should have asked. And now I'm understanding that that's how you were taught. That's how you grew up. People need to ask for things if they want it. And so what you're saying is basically that if she wants help, she should ask. He's not just gonna offer the help.
No, that's not even what I'm
So
saying.
what are you saying?
I'm saying that maybe just try to track with me. So this person is in the military, right? He has been literally programmed by whatever government he's in, by whatever government he's working in the military for. We'll assume it's the US. So he's been programmed by the government, and in a way that everybody carries their own weight. That's what's in his mind.
Okay.
So some people don't just know how to turn that off. They are just locked into that. And so
he's thinking she should carry her own weight. She should deal with her own mess.
So yes. So when he comes back home, that sentiment hasn't changed. He has
until she says something. That's what you're saying. If she doesn't say, I need you to help me carry my own weight too, he's gonna think I've carried my own weight. Again, it's ridiculous up to the extent of that he's washing his own plate and leaving the rest of the plate.
Because everybody should wash their plates.
We're saying the same thing. They just see what I'm saying. Like the same example I made with us. Like you would think everybody should carry their own weight, but that's not how I think. I think no, everybody should not carry their own weight. Everybody should carry their own weight and then help the other person to carry their own weight when it's needed. So now the way we do it, I bath him, but you arrange the bath and everything. I dress him up, but you feed him. So we are supporting each other, but your brain might not have immediately thought about that if I didn't mention it.
No, but what I'm saying, I think it's a different conversation entirely. I think these are two different things. So upbringing and how I grew up and stuff is, I get the inference you're trying to make, but I'm just saying, I wasn't
upbringing and being in the military conditioning. They're all about conditioning.
Yes.
So what's the difference?
But for me, my conditioning is just more subject to change.
And his is not. You're trying to say that people.
No. Because he's actively. So for me, my upbringing is something that I was in the past, and is susceptible to change. So how I grew up, my family, we grew up with a certain level of independence, and so everybody's independent. That is very different from being in the military, that he's still an active member of. So it's not something that, the point where the difference
you've left your family now, you are out of that.
So the difference is that as I grow up, I'm allowed to make changes with my mindset and the things that are happening because of the environment I found myself in.
You're in a new environment now.
Yeah.
Now.
He is still active member in the military. Okay. He is still locked in. And that's why I'm saying that some people never get to leave the war zone. They never get to leave that mindset wherever that is and come back home and be a functional child, father, mother. They are still locked in. And for him, when you're in the fort, when you're in the barrack, everybody's doing what they're supposed to do.
But I feel like if at least me, I've watched military movie. I don't used to watch the real life documentary of military people, but I've watched military movie. And usually when they are fighting war, they usually look out for each other's backs. So you're looking out for your other, I don't know what they call it, commandant, or whatever they call that, the person.
I get what you mean.
So if they're in the war and somebody shoot you come and protect the other person back, and like you're entering a room, you shoot, then the other person cover the other back, cover back. Hey, so don't they also have that teaching of covering your allies back? And what's it?
I get what you mean.
So why is he not covering our back? Like, why
But-
he's not learning that one? He's only the one of carrying their load that he can learn. He cannot learn the one of covering each other's back.
Again, these two different things. Now, before we keep going back and forth on this thing, I'm going to say that I don't think he's right. I don't think what he did is correct. I think he should be more mindful and involved in his family's life. I think he's an absentee father, and a lot of that can be for a plethora of reasons. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know what his issue is.
So what would you, in this kind of case, so now we have said, yeah, there's a problem. Yeah, the guy is the problem. And he needs to do better. So going forward,
I think even getting married to a military person,
and then you wanted to now go into the military and think I will marry you.
getting married to a military person comes with its own level of risk and
you have to
decisions that you have to make.
Yeah, and I think she has done a good job to like carrying her own weight, carrying the kids' weight, and still trying emotionally, financially, physically, every. Anyway, so we've agreed that the man is messing up. Good. So moving forward, what do you think she can do? I'm going to read a couple of comments that people have said, and then I'll hear what you
going forward. What should they do?
What should she do? Because she's the one about the problem.
They should actually go for counseling.
Let me read what people say. So people say she's not the A. That man doesn't like you. Pack his shit up and be done with it. Somebody said she's not the A. You are already a pro with the single mom life. Get a divorce and get a part of his money. He won't change his lifestyle. Somebody else said she's not the A. Sorry, but this is the definition of a deadbeat husband. I don't know why on earth he thinks that's all your responsibility. So what do you think?
First thing I would say is never advise someone to get a divorce if you don't know their situation. This is obviously she's putting on the internet so people can get comments.
And I feel like nowadays people just throw divorce.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he allowed you to wash his plate. Get a divorce. Oh my God, he came late get a divorce.
So I don't think. I think this situation is very salvageable. Obviously, they should seek some form of counseling and get help for their marriage.
Yeah.
If possible, find out how to find a resolve. Tell that soldier that he's back home. I mean, he can. Again, I don't know his situation. I don't know what he's doing in the military. I don't know what's going through his mind. So I'm not sure.
I feel like there was no point, maybe again, because she did not give us the full context, we will never know. But I feel like there was no point in her story that she said anything about ever sitting down with him to actually have
a conversation
and say, I'm tired. Like, it feels like she always just took all the responsibility and be like, I am superwoman, I can do it. And then now she's angry because he did not come and help her. Like, you've always proved to be strong. As somebody said, they're even jokingly, that she's already living the single mom life, so might as well get on with it. And I mean, it's kind of true because she's been doing everything herself and not living like a pear. Like, she's not living like a piece of a pear, a part of a pear.
I get what you mean.
She's living like she's alone. She's doing things like if she's alone, like if she doesn't have a husband. At what point are you going to sit down with your husband and say, I'm tired. Like, this is a lot for me, and I need your help.
I think the only time
she said the only time she spoke to him about it was when she was shouting in front of people,
which is bad.
She doesn't help anybody.
Now, for someone who is in the military, yelling at him is not a good thing to do at any point. A lot of people who get to that point, a lot of that is there's a lot of ego with being in the military. And so being yelled at in front of family and friends is not helpful in any way. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Even as a normal person who is not in the military, being yelled at it never works for anyone.
Yeah.
So getting him to see reasons why.
Yeah, you guys sit down and actually
have a conversation. Like a very genuine, heartfelt dude. Honestly, I don't ask much of you. I recognize that you have your job that is going for you.
Yeah.
But you need to be a part of our family again.
And then if he feels like that's not working, then get a third party and get therapy,
help.
Get help. I mean, as Christians, we always say, seek God, pray about him. Both of you pray as a pair, pray as a couple, like pray as a family, and all these kind of things.
And another thing that would be good is not to take advice from people on the internet.
Yeah,
It's
because
not.
people on the internet, because it's not their life, they will literally give you that advice and then be going through worse in their own story and be like,
My
I'm
own.
not going anywhere. I'm gonna love my husband through thick and
My own life philosophy is, as long as you don't have my phone number, I'm not taking your comments.
No, I'm not taking your advice.
I'm not taking your
I can take your
advice.
comments and read it and be like, oh, okay, interesting. But I'm not gonna take your advice. Yeah.
I just feel like you are not. Yeah, people need to chill, man. Like people
Yeah.
need to chill. Yeah, marriage is quite sacred. And
Yeah.
although he's not treating it as, I'm
Yeah.
going to say that
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
fact,
Yeah.
he's not treating it as. But you guys need to chill with this divorce comment thing.
Yeah.
Relax.
You just throw it there too easily. No, I don't think. I think divorce is like a last resort. And as Christians, the Bible has already said the only way you should get a divorce is if there is infidelity. So and there's no infidelity here. At least what we are seeing with our Korokoro eyes from the story that she has told us. So I think you should chill.
I mean, sometimes the whole point of it is to what's happening?
There was something I
Oh,
missed.
sorry.
You.
No, I was so confused. Wait, now stop. I was so confused. Like, what's happening right now? Yeah, I just people need to chill with the divorce talk. Just speak to your husband. He went to his parents' house. Get his parents involved. It depends on your relationship.
Who is he? Does he have anybody in his life that he's accountable to?
Speak to the guy
he listens to.
His person that is overseeing him in the military. Speak to that person. Try to get other military wives. Get to speak to them. Find some.
Yeah, and honestly, most of the time, marriages that have gone through tough times like this and have come out on the other side, I always come out stronger. So I think it's not to jump the boat or be throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, still do some work. Like, literally, talk to your man, go for therapy and stuff like that. Let him understand that you're struggling. And please, auntie, please, don't start what you cannot finish. I don't like when girls do this. It's unnecessary. Like, show your true colors. There's no need to pretend because you're going to be in this marriage for the rest of your life. Why are we pretending?
I don't think she's pretending. I think
okay, not pretending, but why are we carrying more than we can handle?
So again, I think I was mentioning to you earlier. There are depends on what unit he's in, what he's doing. There are people that when they get married to their husbands and they're in the military, they just resolve to know that they are doing most of the home front stuff. Like that.
Maybe she accepted that before, but then because it's now home.
But that's
anyway.
So she accepted that before. Now that he's been stationed closer, again,
and it's just a one-off event. I feel like
there's a difference between being stationed at home and now being available. Those are two different.
But he's available in the moment. Anyway, let's not go back.
No. Again, I think it's important to make this. Maybe it's because
he's available. He's there. He went to his parents' house and went to chill.
Maybe it's because of how much I've invested so much time in watching military stuff, interviews, and hours of just being a fanboy.
That's the reason why I bought this story, because it's about military.
So that's why I just have this thing that, again, I don't know what he's doing in the military. I don't know where he's at. I don't know what's happening. There's a lot of factors that are eliminated here.
But I don't think this marriage is unsalvageable. I think it's possible to redeem it. I think you guys can make it work. You guys have two beautiful kids, 9 and 7. You guys have history together. You guys have a family that you've already started. There is something beautiful here. I believe that God can redeem it. As a Christian, I believe that nothing is too far for God to redeem. Praise Jesus. So,
do you think there's any marriage that is unsalvageable?
If I'm gonna look from the context of like the reason why God created marriage in the first place, like marriage is supposed to mirror like his relationship with the church and we are the church and stuff like that. I would say no, because obviously Christ has paid the ultimate price and no sinner is unsalvageable. But human beings, there's some human beings. I'm never going to say there's some men or there's some women, because this is another story for another day, and that conversation that maybe we can have in the next episode about like cheating men or people that are abusive. There's some people that are just locked in their ways. And no matter how hard you try or how long you give them time to change, they're not willing to change. There's a story I saw on the internet. This lady, It's the girl that was telling the story. Her father is 70. Her mother is 63, I mean 65. And her father is still beating her mother till this day. Since all her life, since she grew up, she's the only girl. She has two elder brothers. Since she was a little girl, till her father is 70, her mother is 60. Her father is still beating her mother. And her mother has said, no, no go. I know another story of another couple, but this one's like so close to home, so I'm not gonna give more details. But the father was very abusive to the mother. He did not treat her with any kindness, any love whatsoever. But she continued to stay. Even the kids were like, Mommy, did he do jazz for you? You need to leave this horrible deadbeat person, and it's their father. But they said that, but the woman refused to leave. And eventually she ended up dying. Because she refused to leave and she died. So this kind of situation, you would think, why didn't she just leave? And then I would think, probably this one was unsalvageable and she should have left. If she kept holding on to advice like, oh no, you know how like the boomers always advise us, like, and the Gen X, no, you can, stay and talk, rough it out, and one day God will read it, and then you keep trying until somebody dies. And usually it's the weaker vessel that dies.
So for me, I genuinely don't believe in divorce naturally, but I strongly believe in separation.
Praise Jesus.
No, I think in cases, especially in cases of
infidelity or violence,
just in cases of domestic violence, you may not divorce this person, but just give space. Don't be in the range where the person can
like the end of that story that I was telling about, that the man is in the 70s, the woman is like, the girl was asking for help, like she was like, her brothers are not doing anything, but her brothers are saying, that's how they always be. She said she went to carry her mother, she snuck, she looked for help, carry her mother, and she ran away. And she was saying that why she was looking for help was that she was trying to look for people that would support her, because she felt like if her father goes to her brothers and talk, they'll come to her house and come and carry her mother. And so she needed
somewhere that they can go to.
Yeah, that they will not find her mother. And so, because the mother too, because they can come back and convince the mother, and the mother will still go back.
So this is why I just I would advise people to be plugged into a church where everybody has their head screwed on. That kind of thing. Anybody in the church will just take you in and stand mount in front of the door.
I remember this story. I'm not gonna say details of the story again because it's too close to home. Where this man, the same way I say it, this man was beating, like he used to slap his wife, not beat her up, but if she does something that annoys him, he would just slap her. And she continues to take the slap because she's like, oh my god, no, I'm a virtuous woman, I'm a virtuous wife. She will take the slap. Oh my god, my team was getting too much for her, but she was like managing. So because she has a good community and she has a good church, she went to tell her pastor, like my husband is like slapping the pastor told her, the next time your husband slaps you, slap him back. She said, okay. She went back home. They had an argument. Daddy was slapped her. She gave him twice back. They've been married for 35 years. He has never slapped her again. So it works. Have a good community. Have a good church community. It definitely helps.
Just having a space where having groups of people around you that
give good counsel.
Give you good counsel.
Like that pastor.
In in any case of abuse, honestly, my first reaction is just leave that place. Just do not give the person who is, as much as I believe in redemption and I believe that God is going to redeem even the abuser. I believe strongly in the message of the gospel of transformation. I believe that's what Jesus does. He transforms us and changes our hearts. But also, I want to not put, I don't want the other person to feel like they have to remain in that situation.
Yeah. I think God is not saying we should remain in that situation.
Yeah. This is not to say, get a divorce. Just
space.
Let
God work on that person away from you.
Be safe.
Please.
Be safe. Anyway,
yeah. Tell us what you think about this conversation. If you think differently from us, or if you agree, comment in the comment section. What would be your advice to the woman? What do you think? Do you think the man is truly a deadbeat husband, or do you think he's just?
I think he's in the military. I don't think
like my husband's giving him so much grace. What do you think the woman should do? Is she overreacting, or is she having the right amount of reaction? Should they get a divorce, or should they stay together? What advice will you give them? All right, guys, we will see you on the next episode. May the peace of the Lord be with you.